Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Stay in your silence. Stay in this silence all the time. Watch and observe everything from this silence. Staying in silence is self-avoidance. How do you recognize this silence? This silence is different from the silence which we know. When there is no sound in the room, when we are not talking, we call it silence. But this silence doesn't get affected if there is noise in the room or if you are talking. This is the silence of your avoidance in the self. Where nothing happens. This silence is of nothingness, emptiness. The other name for this silence is peace. There is no anxiety to do a task, to fulfill any goals. Things are still unfolding, actions occur, but silence stays. This is within us. And we all can reach here if we ignore the mind. If we turn inward, you can only turn inward if you fulfill two conditions. Intense longing to be in your true self, and the second one is intense aversion to all the mundane things happening in the materialistic world. Out of these two, the first is more important. If you have to choose one condition only, then that is the only one. Intense longing will definitely lead to aversion from rest of the things. So both happens together. When we have intense longing to know ourselves, but day-to-day life is bringing so many tasks in front of us, then whatever free time we have left will make our journey very quick. Because you know you don't have much time. And once for a second you abide in the silence, you can go deeper into it. And once with practice, you get firmly established in the silence, then nothing matters. You are out of the game. Stay in this neutral state all the time. When you have a desire, and there is restlessness when the desire doesn't get fulfilled, remember you are in domain of the mind and Maya. Because the neutral state is always desireless. No planning, no task ahead. With full acceptance of whatever is happening around us. Don't think that you are going to bring something good to the world. If it has to happen, it will happen even if you don't speak any word. And nothing will change even if you write hundreds of books. If the power running the whole universe wants something to be done through you, even if you don't want to do that, it will happen through you. So you keep quiet. Be the worshipper of peace, silence. There is a saying in Hindi that one silence defeats 100 people. I think one silence defeats Maya, illusion. Illusion comes from objects. Illusion comes from things. When there is nothing, there will be no illusion. You stay in this nothingness all the time. Watch all the actions of the body-mind you are carrying as of a stranger. You stay in your own silence. You will be surprised to know that all the actions of the body will continue. Even when you come out of the driving seat, dropping your ego. And this will be the first time you will notice things happens on its own. You are pure consciousness. You were never involved. It's exactly like a toy which moves on its own, but a fake remote given to the child. And when the child operates, he thinks he's moving the car or the toy. This ego is like a fake remote. And our attachment to the ego doesn't allow us to be in peace and happy. We all are control freaks due to the ego. There is no such thing as ego. Drop all the notions that you own this body and mind. And once this notion is dropped, all the connections coming from this body-mind also drop automatically. And then you are left in your pure self. As nothingness. I thought is creation of the mind only. And this I thought creation of the mind thinks this body is I. You are much more vaster than this body. Nobody knows what is the size, where you start, where you end, which direction you are more or less. So we call ourselves as infinite, formless. Stay as pure awareness all the time. Have love and respect for the body you are carrying, and have the same respect for other bodies, which are not much different from your body. You are pure awareness. Attributeless. Live your life like you are watching but not watching. Watching but not picking and choosing things. Either rejecting everything what you see or accepting everything what you see. It's the same thing. With an ego sense, when we watch with discrimination. We choose and select. We have likes and dislikes. We judge the situation, and we are critical about things. But an empty eye of a self-avoidance person is a blank eye. not focusing on any particular thing for any particular reason. Because there is no desire. There is no agenda. Everything is as it is, in its own perfectness. Nothing needs to be changed. A person in self-abidance is not a reformer, not a preacher. Things might change because of His presence, because of the purity, but not because of His any intention. He does not have any intention. When we talk about Guru's grace, it is not selective. People came to Bhagavan, some got liberated, some stayed in bondage, some stayed with him and some left him. No credit goes to him who got enlightened, and no discredit if people couldn't understand. It was the devotee's own sadhana, own efforts, with devotion, with open heart. It is the devotee who has to tune themselves to the frequency of Guru. Guru is radiating a frequency immensely all the time. It is the devotee who has to tune into it. Once tuned, he also is Guru, without any difference. So God, Guru, disciple, everything is same. Some people like Mastan, even without seeing Bhagavan, even at the gate, he went into Samadhi. Some people never saw Bhagavan. They only saw his picture or heard his teaching, and they got free. And then there were people who were living with him and still stayed in bondage. Don't think all the people who were close to him, living with him, were longing for liberation. They just liked the atmosphere, wanted to do some seva, and that's all. You have to have this intense longing. To be in self-abidance, with intense aversion to all the mundane things involving money, sex, name, fame, or whatever it is. Those things might still happen, but it's none of your business. Grace is always the same for everyone. Grace from the Guru is always there. And the inner grace is always there. It's only we holding this ego are the problem. Drop the ego and you are free instantaneously. And that to a false ego, a fake ego, a phantom which thinks it's body-mind. Contemplate on this. Stay as pure awareness. Remember this all the time. Pay attention to awareness. Let what may come. Stand on your ground. You will be free in no time. This is real happiness. Not the transitory happiness we get from sensory pleasures. You don't even have to control the mind. You just have to change your position. Rather than paying attention on thoughts and mind stuff, pay the attention on this pure awareness. The feeling of I amness in us. This is the door. Stay in your own silence all the time. Enjoy your own bliss. For some people, liberation is in a flip of a second. But I am pretty sure they must have done some tapas, some austerity, some efforts at some time. And that is a result of it. Water boils at 100 degrees, but even before it started at the boiling point, you can see the changes in the water. You can see the bubbles, it's heating up, steam is building. When you dig a well, when you reach close to the water, the soil becomes damp, wet. You know you are close. There are signposts. There will be changes in you as you unfold, as you drop all the wrong notions. Your type of thoughts will change. Frequency of thoughts will be less. Gaps in thoughts will be more. Your dreams will change. You will feel more calmness within. Others will notice this difference. Your body will change. Your eating habits will change. And no change, you can say, is a signpost. There can be so many different things in so many people. Glimpses of self-realization will be more common. And so many other things. But whatever happens or not happen, you keep attention on awareness. Initially, it might look tiring to put attention on awareness. When your attention can go back to the mind, one thing you need to realize is that you as awareness are watching slipping of your attention going back to the mind. And that's enough. If you can watch as an awareness, even your own restlessness, thoughts and emotions. If you can observe all these changes in your mind, that's more than enough. You are pure consciousness. Body is doing some actions or no actions, taking help of the mind and intellect. And the mind, when it finds obstacles in its path of desires, gets restless, gets emotional, and then you have feelings. All this can be observed without involvement. From where it is observed is pure awareness. And as awareness, you are not involved. You are not asking body mind to do something in some other way. But yes, in this pure presence, actions become divine, thoughts become divine, silence dawns on you all the time. It's an effortless state, except that initially you have to put efforts to be attentive, to be aware of this state. That is sadhana, that is practice. More intense your longing is, less efforts you need. All your efforts become effortless. With the right understanding, with the right faith, and with some practice, you can establish yourself in this self eternally. Do this with devotion, with love, with humility, with humbleness. Even a least trace of proud will destroy the whole practice. You can't reach here with your ego, with your pride. And when you do this practice, do with complete surrender. Surrender to the God within you, without any trace of ego. The worst what you can do in your sadhana is to getting annoyed and thinking that you have done so much of austerity, so much of practice, and you are still not there. This will only prolong your journey. Do it with love. Do it with devotion. Efforts without any ego, without any pride. This is an egoless state. Pure emptiness. Stay in your own natural state, Sahaja state. Leading this life without any baggage of ego, baggage of doership. We are always stressed about our work at home, work at office. Not because of the work. Stress comes because we think we are doing. This doership in us causes the stress. Doer is that God. Doer is that power. We are nothing. Don't even call yourself an instrument of God. It can bring some pride in you that you are an instrument of God. Just stay as nothingness. Stay as the witness. Just a pure witness without involved in anything. You were the case of mistaken identity, thinking yourself that you had a body of a male or a female, born at such and such place, doing a job, living in a country by such and such name, and all relations, afflictions to the body and mind you think were happening to you. On waking out of this dream, you know you are pure awareness. Always the same, unborn, innocent, pure, always fresh, always in this moment. No task to you. Always in this silence, emanating peace and love. Not the physical love, sensual love, sexual love, the love of attachment, not that one. This love is of accepting everyone as they are and connecting with all the beings in the same way. Nothing to choose, nothing to reject. You are in the zone of choiceless awareness. In the pure bliss. Abide in your pure self. Don't look for anything else. This is coming home. The job is done. And you are free. Free forever from this jail, from this bondage. Stay in your own silence all the time. You are in the land where nothing happens. Every action with doership is a ripple on this ocean of peace. It's a disturbance. It is the noise. It is restlessness, unhappiness, suffering. Who wants suffering in life? We all want love, happiness, peace, bliss. All what we really desire comes in this desireless state, in egolessness, in inaction. You abide in self when you stop acting. Not that you will be not doing anything from the body, but you have given up the role. Stay in your own silence. Remember all the time that you are not doing anything. Abide in this silence. Even when this body will drop, the silence will remain, and you will remain in silence. You are pure awareness, always. This is eternal abidance in self. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.